Welcome and thank you for staying with us. We get into our family check segment. And today, as we are all just, in that Chan craze, as we focus on the Chan games that will be played right here in the country beginning on Saturday, that is the 2nd of August, we have decided to have a conversation around that. Our conversation today is on domestic football banter. Should we hide the TV remote is the question we're asking. We just want to look at how, that in a family setup, how that looks like for people who are fanatics of football, enthusiasts of football, and for those who do not want anything to do with football or are not interested in football. And Mike, also having in mind that we have schools have been closed.
Yes.
So we have children back at home. So how does that look like? Are we watching Cocomelon or are we watching Chan?
The question is, who should be the custodian of the remote? Because now we have Chan that is coming up in the next few days, and it will be broadcast here on KBC. Now we have those family dynamics. There are those who are very enthusiastic about football.
Yes.
Then there are, in school, kids get into different sports, and there are those who take on sports like football. So when it comes to watching games, who should be the custodian of the remote? Because these family banters can get exciting, and given that people support different teams. So how do we go about this? That is the conversation we are having today.
That is what we will be looking at here. And of course, we are not alone. We have our two guests in studio with us. And I will begin with a lady, because as they say, ladies first. We have Nelly Mutai. Nelly Mutai is a multimedia creative and journalist as well. So Nelly, welcome to the show. And then we also have Joshua Karanja. Joshua Karanja is a football enthusiast. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Vivian.
Let me first begin by just knowing if you're supporting any team in the Chan games.
Of course, I'm supporting Team Kenya. We are loyal. Yes, so we are supporting Team Kenya, and I'm happy to be here. And thank you, KBC, for supporting local talent. Yes.
Nelly, are you supporting any team? Football,
like of course I support Kenya. For obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course we're all supporting Team Kenya for sure. Now, speaking about that conversation, just what happens, in the house with such a game happening? For football enthusiasts, this is a big thing. For those who know nothing about football and don't care for it, it really doesn't matter. So how does that dynamic look like at home? For someone like you who's a football enthusiast, remote inabaki na nani?
As Mike amesema hapo asubuhi tukianza ni kids are now at home. And they usually craze is about Cocomelon, is about the stuff that they love to watch. And then here comes Daddy, who is also around probably. But I would like to change a bit and tell them that this is the time to bond with your children. Yes. And the only way to win them, don't bring them to your football first. Walk with them in their Cocomelon and their cartoon first. Then once you capture their attention and their audience, now you can watch the football together. Because it is not about the team that is winning, hata hiyo kikombe ikuji kwenyu. But if you can get your bond right at this time when the holiday is closed, then you have it all together. So take it as a time to repair if there are any broken relationships along the way, especially because the term has been really short but very busy. So we don't spend time with our kids, and then also hustling for the economy and our bills. So right now we have an opportunity to build that relationship.
Nelly, how do you see, he has spoken of bonding, and which is very crucial for any family. For a person who maybe is not so much into football, how do you see that playing out?
So I feel like there should be a balance. You can't impose on the whole family to watch all the matches or football all the time. There should be a balance. Like if as you have said, kuna wale wa Cocomelon, they can watch their Cocomelon, and when there's like an important match, maybe you can use it as a bonding moment as a family. But don't like impose it all the time. Ikwe football, they might not, you will lose them more than you will attract them to.
Hii tunafanya mkutano kwa familia ama whatever.
But you know, Jenny Kwambie, as a family, this is how you create your own routines in the house, how you do your thing, and like your culture, venye mnafanya kwa nyumba yenu. That's how you create it. So, me remember growing up, my dad never used to be ati wale fanatics kabisa wa football, but when it comes to the World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to watch as a family. You know, we wanna support South Africa, we wanna support this country until zinatoka moja hivyo. So it really used to be nice.
So of course football is a unifying factor
Yes.
all over the world.
True.
Football is unifying. Yes, music is unifying, but football is that one game that is truly unifying. So I get when you say that it can be used now as a form of bonding in the house, even as you're saying, you used to watch the World Cup at home as a family. So for someone like you, Nelly, who's not into football at all, would you be open to now like sit down and watch the football match? That is, if there's someone else in the house who wants to watch it, would you be interested in just sitting down and watching? Ama kila mtu sasa afanye mambo yake. Kama wewe una watch football yako, kama una watch football yako, at least now we have our own gadgets. I can use my phone.
So I'm very open to watch football. You know, I'm also like naturally a competitive person. So napenda history. This is my team kind of thing. Especially for these ones in it's like a nation. So like Kenya inacheza na this one. So there's that tension here. Unangoja hii, the whole thing. I can watch. I can't watch hizi zingine za all the time. The ones I don't know. The ones
everything.
But nations. This one I will watch.
Okay.
There's also the aspect of you know, kila mtu akona favorite show yake.
Yes.
But then again kuna football and they clash with the timings. The programming sasa inakuwa a little bit tricky. So hapo sasa mnakaa chini mna agree tuna watch football. Ama ni vitu hivi tutawatch.
In fact, Mike, kuongeza hiyo point, you can spice it up and try to the first thing is trying to win them over. And here I want to speak to the boy child, especially the fathers. You see, for you ladies, upendo yenyu kwa watoto, it comes natural. But for us, ni kama tunaibai. You know na? So you can spice it up trying to win them over. Unaweza sema kama leo tuko na timu ya Kenya, endo ununue jazi. Tubaie jazi, tunawachiza wote kama tumevaa jazi. You've already umewa spice na umewa bring up. Ama leta tu bangles, tu 30 bob, tumeandikwa timu Kenya. Ama jina ya watoto wristbands. At least now wanaona yenyewe hapa tuko timu Kenya. Ama tu flags tu tudogo. Because it is also a time to cultivate patriotism this kids. Wakijua sasa sisi wote tuna support team Kenya. Hata wakienda nje watapiga story. It will ignite something. If you remember tukiwa wadogo tulikuwa tunabai tuswiti alafu tule tustika tuko ndani. Nakumbuka tuko na picha ya za footballers wetu kina Kokos vitu kao. But sasa wako na za zinasema Power Rangers akina wanaitwa jao cartoons wao.
Cocomelon and everything.
So unapata hizo ndio vitu wako nazo, but uto to stickers tulikuwa tuna stick kwa geometrical set kwa desk yako. And you would become patriotic, and that's how we started loving our country and our teams. So it is also a time to start cultivating patriotism. So buy tu vitu tudogo, hata kama una do ya jazi, but unaweza buy tu vitu tudogo to wristbands, something to ka flag, and then we watch all of us. But number one, we have to be deliberate.
I think it also cultivates a sense of when it comes to bantering, we cannot all support one team.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to bantering,
In
But
fact,
it's better
itakuwa
when it's
boring.
different.
Itakuwa boring.
Yeah.
the
Yes,
essence
yes.
of having watching a game is having different team supporters
Yes.
watching the same game.
Yes.
I also
Even
think it
more fun.
cultivates that healthy banter.
Yes.
Yes.
And even, you know, when we're looking at that, we also have to accept that there are people who do not like to watch football in the house.
Yeah.
You know, for some men, they would prefer going to watch football out with the boys rather than be in the house to watch the game, because sasa wewe una watch football na mtu kama mimi ambaye hata sijui kule ni vipi, hii on
Sijui
goal
offside
inakaaje,
gani.
sijui nini inafanyika vipi. So now I keep asking you all these questions and it bothers you because you want to follow the game. It happens.
Yeah.
So for those who would want to go watch it outside, is that really a problem? If I feel like for me to enjoy my game, I need to be outside. I can't enjoy it in the house kwa sababu naulizwa maswali mingi ama a lot is happening.
Absolutely, there is no harm.
Yeah.
Once in a while, especially tukikaribia huko quarter finals, chukua mtoi wako wawili watatu, enda nao mahali mna watching game. Enda nao mahali mna watching game. You'll also bring that bond together. Kama wapendi ball, aruke pale kwa bouncing castle, but as kuna utakosa moja mwenye atataka kukaa na wewe. Because sometimes it's not about the football as we are saying, it is the bond.
Yeah.
Also,
And the process
also,
within.
I support what you're saying. What about the environment in which you're bringing this kid? Because unajua most of the time balls tunawachia kwa club.
Kwa club.
And bars, yeah.
There's also that aspect. Hiyo nayo utai-navigate aje?
But kuna places friendly sana. Kuna places friendly sana na watu hii.
Yeah.
Wameka hizo screens,
Yes.
hazina alcohol. Hazina alcohol. Na hata kama utapata place iko na alcohol, si lazima, if you take alcohol, si lazima ukunywe hiyo siku hapo. Especially watoi wako area.
Sure.
And they should also go with their wives. Because men like to go.
Hapo pa wives
Game iliisha saa 4 lakini anarudi saa 8. Hiyo hours zingine hii.
What will be happening? But then again, you know, we have to also have in mind that these games are being played in Kenya, some of them. So we can actually go to the stadium and not just go watch it on screen somewhere. We can actually go to the stadium. So I think it's also a good thing and a good sport even for involving your children in the same. Na mwakesho tunaenda team Kenya is playing. You know, let's go to Kasarani Stadium, Monyaya Stadium. Twende tuketi to watch football pamoja. I think that would also be a fun way of doing it since it's being played here at home.
In fact, hata unapatia mtu stories za kwenda kupiga kwa watu mabeste wao. Giving them content. Yes, and positive content. Yes.
Absolutely. Now, you know, there are also homes whereby, you know, we are assuming that football goes hand in hand with the men, you know, men loving the football. But there are ladies who absolutely love the game. There are ladies who are diehards of the football game. So how does that look like, Pia? Kama it's the lady who loves football, and then now the guy.
Sisemi history ya kwenda kwa bar.
And then now the guy is not interested in the game. Do you think, Nelly, if probably you're living with your partner in the house, would they be open to let you go watch the game au wabaki nyumbani na mtoto?
That is a very hard question. Vunja ndoa. I don't know. Some men are open-minded, you know, but it's not like an arrangement yenye tumeiona sana. Mostly the men usually like go out and hang out with the boys and, you know, maybe have a drink and watch the football. But it's not a dynamic that we have seen where the woman goes out to watch football. Maybe if that's the case, they will have to just watch it from home.
I think it boils down to what you say, dynamics within that
family.
Men can be a little bit sensitive. You have to agree. Men can be a little bit sensitive when it comes to these matters.
Hapo umeguza mlima.
You wouldn't be open, you wouldn't let your woman just go watch the game if she loves the game, and then you can stay behind with the children.
In fact, there's a time last year we traveled to Malawi to go watch Harambee Stars. And I can tell you, 40% of the people that tulikuwa tumeenda were ladies, na si single ladies. Some married, others are mothers. So by the time amefika hapo wengine hata wanakuambia husband yangu ananisupport, but kuna mwingine ni support usini support, I have saved enough to go for this.
I think it's a dynamics and how you
exactly. And also let us also not assume that everyone is in this perfect setup ya mwanaume, mama na watoto. Kuna wengine ni single mothers na wako na watoi. So there's also that dynamic, as Mike you're saying very well. And it is also a chance now even for that single mother to bond with the children and also try to kuwaonyesha, apart from those cocomelon, you can also bring variety. Yes, you can also watch football.
I've seen ladies who support AFC Leopards.
Yes, yes.
So there's also that. There are also women who really love the game. You can get to join in this conversation. You can talk to us. We have our WhatsApp line that is 0716 103 301 0716 103 301. Get on to your WhatsApp message and just talk to us about this dynamic. How does it look like in your home? Tuambie nyinyi mna plan ikue vipi. Kuna mtu ambaye ameshasema mimi from Saturday the remote is mine. Nisione mtu amevuza remote. Kila mtu ajipange. You know, just talk to us. We would love to also get to understand how that looks like for you. Now, speaking about the love for the game, kuna watu ambao truly they love the game. They are fanatics of the game to the point that if their team loses, umemharibia wiki mzima. Hiyo wiki yote yeye anakuwa very irritable. Mwambie tu kitu hivi amejam vibaya sana, you know. So there's also that aspect, and how does that play out, especially pia in the home setup, because now this is your dad, timu yake imeshindwa leo, amekasirika hata amekataa kukula. So how does that look like for you as a fanatic, as an enthusiast, because those are two different terms?
Hiyo ni kitu tumezoea, especially sisi watu wa Maniu. Tumezoea kutandikwa kuliko kitanda. But
haiwezi sema hivyo juu ya timu yetu. Wacha watu wa Arsenal watuingilie, sisi kujisemea.
We are still loyal. We are still loyal. I totally get what Vivian is saying. And what you need to do, because number one, you can't now start teaching me ati nianze kuadjust, niache kutake personal. Sasa mali nimefika, kama mimi ni wa kujam timu yangu imechapwa, lazima nitajam. So pia home, lazima tu mjiadjust. Lazima tu mjiadjust. Juu kitu iko ndani. Ni kama vile umeenda job, umechujwa job. Ama labda umeenda kufanya business ikafail. Ukikuja home, there's nothing you can change about that. The best you can do is embrace this person with love. So it won't last for long because tukienda kuwatch tunajuanga tunaweza shinda, tunaweza shindwa. That feeling won't last for long, but we'll need you to support us. We'll need you to stand with us. We'll need you to understand us. Ukiziona sijisikii kukula, usijamu. Sijijazie nimekula huko kwingine. Hapana. Ni ball tu. After some time, by morning nitakuwa sawa.
Nelly, would you understand that? Sasa mtu ameenda
date mtu wa Arsenal jamani. I'm very familiar.
How does that look like? It's actually good unasema you've been in a relationship with such a person mwenye wakishindwa then yeye anakasirika. How does that look like from your end now as the lady who is not interested about football? So unashindwa kwani umejam na watu hawakujui shwari?
So you know how like men are very passionate about, especially if they are fans, they are very passionate about it. They get really mad. So you just give them time. It's not atakuwa mad the entire week. Just for a few hours. Atakuwa sawa,
But should it's just a game. Should people taking matters to heart? Like in the shindwa, like sasa my moods are done.
You know how men, like when they love football, they're so passionate about it. Like, I don't know, it's something like I've never understood by the way. Like, it is, always explain. Yeah.
Ni kama tu vile tu ladies mnapenda either makeup ama dressing yenyu poa.
Yeah.
Alafu iende tu backfire ama ikose uzunguke tao yote kuna mtu anakuambia umekaa poa. Kuna tu venye rudingi tu umejam.
You're going. It's a wasted opportunity.
An effort. So it is the same feeling. You will still sleep over it na ikwe tu sawa. Na ikwe tu sawa.
Shaz kutoka Kericho anasema sasa juu hizi games zinachezwa hapa locally. My hubby hafai kurudi home 3 a.m. eti ametoka na boys. Warning has been given.
Mapema. Yeah, also remember you can send in your messages and we'll be reading through them. The number is 0716103301. Let me read some of them ambazo naziona hapa. Someone is saying, by the way, tuko nyuma ya Harambee Stars hata ifike whatever stage tuko nyuma ya Harambee Stars. That is Pato 45. Huyu mwingine anasema they are supporting Senegal. The defending champions will clinch it again. So yeah, you're open to also let us know which team you're supporting in the African Nation Championships, that is CHAN. Mwingine anasema huku Nakuru lazima watoto wa watch TVs. So hii remote tutaipigania all the time. Huyu amekubali like hii remote sitawaachia simply because your children lazima tutapigania hii remote. So but you know, I like how we're putting it, that let's use it as a bonding time instead. You know, let's find ways to just work it out and ensure that everyone is just will feel okay at the end of the day, not ati sasa that child is there frowning because sasa daddy hata angekuwa tu anaenda job, sasa kwa hapa anashinda because there's also that, you know, inafika time mpaka watoto wana wish hata heri tu daddy atoke aende, you know there's that football juu sasa wao wamekuwa bombarded na football. There's the betting bit of it. You know, and there's healthy betting, and then there's betting that is very, very unhealthy. So would you encourage, you know, the betting of it? Not necessarily betting ile aviator or, you know, the betting that we're talking about, just betting within yourselves in the house on teams.
Yes. Kile nilikuwa nimeanza na kusema it's one mode of spicing the game. Wewe timu yako ikishinda na wewe mimi timu yetu tukishinda sisi ndio tuna either for example tumebuy soda, sisi ndio tunakunywa. Nyinyi mnatuwatch. Ama nyinyi ndio mnaosha vyombo. So yes, it is not necessarily monetary, but also duties za how kitu tu ya kufanya mkamtu pamoja. As Vivian was saying, imenikumbusha wakati wa COVID when curfews zilitokea and especially sisi wanaume tuko tumezoea kuingia kwa hao mapema. Na sasa hiyo mtahikage anatuambia by 7 ukwe kwa hao. And I remember meeting one mzee akiwa frustrated ananiuliza naenda kwa nyumba sahi kufanya nini? All his life hajawaingia kwa nyumba saa moja. Amezoea kufika kama wamelala, you know. And it brought a lot of tension and acrimony in the house. Sababu wewe umekuja na kumbuka mpaka tuko tunaambia wazee tunauliza na aka kamegrow. Umeweza kukuja ukufika kama wamelala na unatoka kabla waamke. So if you do that for 2-3 years unashindwa aka by then kangu. You know, amegrow aje. So it brought a lot of friction. But with time watu wakaendelea wakiingiana. So we can also take this opportunity as we watch this football. Remember, it's not about what's happening outside there. It's what is happening inside the house.
Nelly, do you think whatever he is saying would strengthen the bond between the father now and his children, especially when it comes to his sons?
Yeah, kabisa, kabisa. I feel like, first of all, kids are very easy to influence.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
they're very easy to,
Yes, very
to
true.
make, to like things. So it's a very good opportunity for fathers to really engage with their children at home. You know, like he said, the betting thing, that's really nice, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it will really make the interaction interesting and make the kids even love the game more.
Yeah.
So it's a very, it will make the bond between father and the children to be strengthened. And then we should not leave the mom out.
Exactly.
Yes, we should
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
Hata wakuji wakwe part of it.
Wakwe
Yeah.
Yeah, that would actually work.
Yeah.
Because not okay. The mothers I know, not many.
Would be open.
Yeah, exactly, are open to football. Some of them just want to watch their telenovelas and they are done.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, even speaking about involving everyone in this and involving their children so that you start cultivating even the love for the team, the country, you know, with such a game happening. Maybe I just love to know where your love for football began, because sasa tunasema tunaanza kuzicultivate wakiwa young. So for you individually, where did your love for football begin?
I think hizo time tukigrow hatukuwa na hiyo mi nimegrow ya Kayole so hatukuwa na hiyo option ya PS, hatukuwa na option ya ati TV all this time. And so as we used to play, football was the only thing we could play. So tulidevelopia passion hapo. Tulikuwa tunaenda place, tulikuwa tunaitanga my site is still there. So that's why we used to go, tuna play hizi ball za makaratasi before hizi zingine zianze kukuja. And tukaanza kudevelopia passion hapo. So na ukisikia kuna Harambee Stars zinacheza Kasa, we used to go. Unapata hiyo niko tunalipa 100 bob. So tunaenda and tulianza tu kucultivate hapo. So watu wamegrow, I think those ages kitambo, na sound ancient.
It's okay, accept your age.
Except my age. Tulikuwa that was the only thing.
Yes.
Football was the only way you could bond with others.
Yeah.
Na nile ya kama ndio mwenye ball, timu yangu ikishindwa naenda na ball home. Mkitufunga fast na jam. Pena zote ni zangu jimi ndio mwenye ball. So that is how we cultivated football and along the way. But nowadays watu wako na options mob, but still kuna wale wana get kuona, unapata influence ya Ronaldo, influence ya Messi. Pia watu wana grow wakijua, and so they cultivate. Like my son anapenda football sana. Na sasa hata ni mimi nimemcoach ama sijui nimefanya nini. It's a passion he developed. And the only way you can support him ni kumencourage, tumlete jersey siku ya birthday na jina yake. Kitu kama kwambia naenda ball daddy ni drop such, and you support them along the way.
I think even with the interactions they have with other kids, it helps them develop that love for football. And I don't think it should be something that should be problematic to parents, especially when it comes to kids embracing sports. Yes.
Even many schools, like they might not have maybe a rugby team or a swimming, but football. At a time your break they usually play.
That
So
is
it's really
actually-
it's one of the popular games in Kenya.
It is actually all across the world. Football is very popular.
I used to, when I was in primary school, I used to see, we have one field, but unaona class 6 na class 7 wako na ball, class 4 na class 5 wako na ball yao. They are playing within the same field. But different teams. So break ikiingia hiyo field iko full.
Imejaa, kuna games several zina happen.
Unajua mpira yake.
Imejaa kuja. Alafu pia kitu nimerealize as tunalea hawa watoi, and especially mothers ndio na support watoto wao na ball. Mothers ndio wana support, wakisikia kijana wangu wako huku, yeye ndiye atamuenroll kwa academy, ataenda kutafuta coach mwenye atatrain mtoto wake. So wamama pia, ladies hawajaachwa nyuma.
Nelly, have you ever had an interest in football? Ever? Because I know I'm not a football enthusiast, but growing up, I grew up in a home where my dad was a very sporty person. He loved all kinds of game, all round, including football. So that's where my love for Manchester United began, because he used to love Manchester United, and then my brother also loves Manchester United. So just by association, I became a Manchester United fan. But if you ask me about the players, if you ask me about, you know, I don't know much about it. So I've had an interest in football younger while growing up, but then now, as I grew up, it wasn't my favorite things to watch or my favorite things to get to talk about. So right now, I'm not really an enthusiast. I just have a team, but that's where it ends. So have you ever had an interest in football ever?
So I can't really say I've had like a personal interest, because maybe I'm the kind of person who has switched teams. Like but one thing is I do love football as a sport. Like if I have a son, I don't have a son right now, but if I have a son and they love football, I will really encourage them, because you know, growing up, mostly tumefundishwa like, oh, you go to school, you know, be a doctor, be a what. But now we've seen how sports pay. You know, the money is also good. So I would encourage a child or someone who wants to get into football, like to play it kabisa professionally.
Now, people are still sending in messages. Rogers Mwazige is watching from Taita Taveta. Voi, kuna video shows, so hapo tunaweza enjoy watching football with young kids. Mimi nataka tupatane na Uganda kwanza, alafu TZ later kama Harambee Stars. Huo ni OT wa Kakamega. Yes.
We are very ready. Very ready for the games with so much enthusiasm and belief that Kenya is going to win. Yeah. Another message here is saying remote nayo lazima ifichwe juwe vile itanganganiwa ni vibad. That is Mr. Cubs. Another one is saying nashabikia any East African team tuchukue hii kikombe for once. That is a side side Zanzibar. I don't know if that's the name plus where they are watching us from, or that's the full name, side Zanzibar. Yeah, there's that. Now, when it comes to still historia, watching football and, you know, the remote in the house, I think it's also good for us to talk about the fact that nowadays children are indoors most of the time. You know, while you were saying you used to play the game back then, actually you even innovative kwa sababu mlikuwa mnajitengenezea mpira nyinyi wenyewe. You used to shona it, mnashona nyinyi wenyewe from scratch. You know, so there was that back then. Right now, children are more on their gadgets. Mtoto atashinda kwa nyumba, amalizane na TV, aingie kwa tablet, aingie kwa simu, aende kwa laptop. Yani they are just in the house. If it's games, they are playing them online. It's online games. There's gaming, there's the PlayStation and all of that. How would you say that has impacted how kids are growing up now?
It is dynamics, and number one, we have sometimes to move with the way the world is moving. Those days, hatukuwa tumejenga vile tumesaijenga everywhere. Tulikuwa na kama ni yako ka community Kenyu, kuna ka place tungecheza ball. Unaona kulikuwa na hizo grounds. But sasa unapata grounds nyingi zimejengwa. So unapata tuna have kurudi back kwa nyumba. Because hatuna places za kuplay. Siku hizi hata watoto kuride bike hatuna hizo nini sana. Unless zile estates zimefikiria kitu kaa hiyo. And then now the way technology has come. The way technology has come. Number one, nowadays having a phone in the house, kitambo used to be just like a basic need. Tuile anataka kucommunicate. But siku hizi it is essential. If you want to know how your kids are doing, lazima ukuwe na simu kwa house. So hiyo mtu yote get hiyo simu. Siku hizi watu yote kifika kwa wangu alifika juzi 10 years alibaiwa simu as a present. So akona vitu zote zanataka kuwatch. Of course it's controlled, but akona hiyo access. So the way times have gone and have changed, lazima tujiadjust hivyo. But that doesn't stop us from that point that we said, even if wako in-house, tunaweza watoa na tuende nao study.
Yes.
Kuwatch ball pamoja.
Yeah.
Yes, tunaweza toka na tuende to watch.
Do you also think it has changed how different generations now are approaching sports, especially football?
Yeah, I think now things are different because of technology. Tuko na phones, watoto wana access tablets and all that. I feel like they even as much as they don't play kwa ground, but they connect more because nowadays is social media. You know, you get to see about these games. You can even follow Ronaldo on so they get to understand even the games better.
There's also the question of boundaries, because banters can get heated and sometimes can degenerate into something else. So henceforth, how do you think these boundaries should be set? Because we have, let's say in a family setup, we have the father, we have the mother, then there are kids. Then in the course of the game, it gets heated and one bloods out something.
Inafaa kukua healthy competition.
Inafaa kukua healthy competition, but sometimes it gets better of
Hakuna
them.
feelings. You explain prior the game.
Rules of the game.
Hakuna kulia. Hakuna kukasirikia mtu. Hakuna kukataa kukula.
Hakuna kukataa kukula, hakuna
Unaambiana
kulia, ni game.
before. It's just a game.
So inasema beforehand.
Yeah, rules.
But as Mike is saying, banter zingine zuwa zinago across, you know. Yani unajua mtu anasikia vibaya cause team yake imeshindwa, but you're just poking and poking some more with whatever you're saying. I guess Ethiopia is something that should be. I don't think that happens in a family setup. Maybe though it does for watoto sometimes. You find, you know, the older brother maybe and the younger brother supporting different teams. So sasa hii tu ndo mtu anashinda kikukumbusha vile mlichapwa.
But I saw it get serious. I just sometime back when a fan, I think he was from Tanzania, he was speaking to a reporter, but he got emotional.
And I remember trending video.
That trended.
Trended. So the messages are still streaming in. Let me read one or two. Hi, Gitau from Banana here. Harambee Stars die hard. Futa ikiendelea, mimi hutoa remote battery moja tu. Hata uchukue remote haiwezi saidia. He's a Man U fan.
He's given people an idea.
Mwingine anasema, this is Lewis from Kajiado. Why fight for a remote? Kwani hamna TV mbili?
We are sorry. Lewis, we are sorry.
Mwingine anasema from Isiolo, Chan iko KBC, tunangoja sana, asante sana. Ni Van Jik kutoka Mwamba Lugari, Team Kenya all the way, na pia mimi niko kama sub. I think anachezanga ball.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Remember, you can also get to send your messages in case you're just joining us na unashindwa tunawezaje kusoma the messages from you guys back at home. The number is right there on your screens, 0716 103 301, 0716 103 301. Tutumia WhatsApp message and we'll be reading it. You can let us know what team you're supporting or how that dynamic looks like for you in your home wakati wa football and you have a football enthusiast in the house. I'll read a couple of messages here. Someone is saying, tuko tu wawili kwa nyumba, madam wangu ni Mkikuyu na mimi ni Mluya. What does that have to do with it? What does that have to do with it? But anyway, let me continue with it. So anasema madam wake ni Mkikuyu, yeye ni Mluya, napenda mpira na yeye si fan. Hataki kuenda nje. Anapenda vipindi vya TV sana. Sasa imebidi ninunue 48 inch TV nimwekee pale jikoni. Ndio nibaki peke yangu sitting room. Nibaki peke yangu sitting room. That is Kathambi aka Super Soldier. Huyu amenunua hadi 48
Jipanga
jikoni. Wewe baki huko kwa kitchen. Another one is saying, nasikia madam amesema Ronaldo, ongeza CU. I don't know what CU is, but I think amefurahi tu umetaja Ronaldo.
He's a fan of Ronaldo.
That is a Ronaldo fan, for sure. So yeah, going on with this conversation and how that looks like in the house. Sasa kwa wale ambao kabisa they are not interested. Hata ukijaribu kuminvolve, ako tu, they are not interested at all.
first of all we've said it is not about the ball. Na pia kitu ingine ni kama venye unatuambianga wewe twende unipeleke salon. Unajua tu hapo wenyewe mimi siwezi. But saa ingine tu juu ya kuleta usilete tu vita mingi, domestics mingi. Sawa, nitachill tu kwa parking. Unaona, ama tu bezi ya supu tu hapo wewe tengenezwa tukimaliza twende. I also want to request, especially the ladies, especially even at this time. Wewe tu kuwa tu patient tu. Wewe kaa tu hapo, hata utakaa kwa simu yako ukiwatch vitu zako, but kaa tu na mimi yako. Kaa tu na mimi tu.
Ni ile support.
Moral support.
It's more of bonding as a family than the game.
It's more of bonding. Hata kama it's in silence, it's presence. It is everything. Wewe kaa tu hapo tu.
But do you think people get it really?
Me have done it so many times. Like you're there with someone watching football. Of course you don't really know the dynamics of the game. But niko tu hapo. Nimekupea company.
Because there is banging the table. Sijui ungecheza hivi.
Alafu nauliza maswali.
Alafu unaanza kuuliza maswali. Na saa hiyo kwanza unauliza maswali, wamemiss goal, alafu sasa amecatch feelings.
Amejam.
Bana.
Unaanza kuuliza offside inamaanisha nini? Sasa kabla aanze kukuexplainia game imesonga.
But kuna kwanga different fans wa football wanakuwa different. Kuna wenye wanakuwa willing kukupatia information na kuexplainia. Then kuna wenye wataki like wewe muongeleshe. Ana feel like sasa ni nini, wanani distract. But kuna wenye wanakupea information na anakuambia like huyu ndo amenunuliwa, you know, this season. I don't know how they but akupea information. She's really nice.
How should people, is it really a must that people have to watch a match? Let's say if one person supports a team, like it's game time, it's cast on stone, you have to watch.
You have to watch. Yes.
Should it be like that?
Not necessarily. Si lazima ikue. Okay, lakini siku team Kenya inacheza, hiyo tuna negotiate.
Kuna zile game special.
Kuna zile special, upende usipende. Lazima tu to watch tu. Lazima tu to watch. But hata wewe as the guy mwenye unapenda ball, also try to tone down tu pole. Mwambie basi wacha to watch. Tunaweza kosa watch first half, to watch second half basi. Try ingine.
Do you think there are guys who love football who would be open for that? Asijue first half imeenda.
Kama tumeagree tunawachia kwa nyumba. Kama tumeagree tunawachia kwa nyumba, ama let me help you as na watch. Wacha basi nikukatakatie kitunguu, nikuchongee waru. I do something to assist you. So I'm also trying to come to your way. Also atapiga tu step moja tu. Try kupiga step moja.
Quid pro quo kind of a setup.
Do
this for me, I do this for you.
Yes, I give in a little, you also give in a little. It has to be effort from both sides. And also nikiongea kwa wale wako na family setup, labda muli separate. Chali alienda kivyake, the lady stays alone, probably stays with the kids, but the kids are not with both of you. You can also take this time, if you're the guy, kujia watoi, watch now. Itakuwa pia hiyo time yako ya kubond now. You can bond now. Kukosana na mama yake maanisha ulikosana na watoi. Remember watoi hawaku apply kukuzaliwa kwa family. Hiyo yenye nimekosana. These kids are innocent. These kids are innocent and they require that love. Either mekosana ama mjakosana. So also take that moment to bond with those kids. Take that moment. You never know, you can rekindle the love, but kama imeenda but for the kids, please do.
All right, we need to be winding up. Probably we get to read some of the messages that have come in as we get your final remarks. Someone is saying, hi, I'm Ibrahim Masaka from Shelemba, Taita. I wish Harambee Stars all the very best. Another one is, hi, I am Dixon Range, a Kenyan citizen from Mwanza, Tanzania. Timu yangu ni Kenya na mke wangu timu yake ni Tanzania. Kila mtu atakuwa na TV yake ya kuwatch. Lakini my boy is Harambee Stars.
Nice.
All right, we are influence mtoto haikujisaidia Harambee Stars. One final one, someone is saying, hello, hiyo kungangania TV is over. Kama mzee na wife tuko naye yetu kwa bedroom, so watoi wa watch wapendao.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Mwingine
also
hapa
nice.
anasema kuanzia hii saa tu
Mbona inasoundika uone?
kuanzia hii saa tu watu kwa nyumba walale mapema sababu remote ni yangu mwezi yote. That is Mtune from Kitui. There's someone here who is asking, this is Ellie from Rwaka, is asking, what about encouraging kids to watch cartoons when the game is not on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wakue kuna schedule. Time ya game ni hii, so wewe kuanzia saa hizi jipange na cartoons.
Yes. Joel, I support Manu. I love CR7. Hello, good morning. They are watching you live from Mbale Vihiga. It's a great vibe to watch na deme yako game hata kama hafuatili. The presence is giving.
Yeah.
That is very, very,
Yeah.
very true.
Yes.
And we appreciate each and every one of you who has sent in a message or you've just gotten to interact with us on this very, very beautiful conversation and interesting one that is on football banter, specifically in the homes as we gear up for the Chan games that will be going on for the entire month. But hii ni kitu ya mwezi mzima. Before this was a very needed conversation kwa sababu si ati ni siku moja ama mbili yenye ni the whole month. So just as we've put it, watu waangalie vile wanajipanga ndio pia kusikue na any conflict simply because of the game. The game is supposed to unify us, not to bring conflicts in the homes. Maybe just your final remarks. Let me start with you and then we get a remark from Nelly.
First, I want to thank you for having us in this show. And as we have said, it's not majorly about the game, but it's making our homes better. Take this time to affirm your child, to bless your child, to coach your child. It's called the ABC of parenting. During this time, make things better. This holiday, let's take advantage. Our kids are in school. Let us be intentional. Let us be intentional. As we watch the game, let us spice and do everything to make it work. At the end of the day, tumaliza hata kama Team Kenya haitashinda, let your family win. Yes. That is the message I'll leave all of you with.
Beautiful. Nelly?
I feel like families can take advantage of the holidays and something like now the football to really bond as a family and you know, create that love and bond as a family because these are the days when people go to work. You don't get to really spend so much time with your kids. So I feel like families should really take advantage of the holidays and any activity that bonds them, like football. And I'm also looking forward to go watch one of the games. Yeah, possibly Kenya.
Yeah, because it's here, it's right here.
Yes.
This is where we get to end. Victor, sasa tumeongelelea football. I would love to know, but I can just try and guess what kind of person you are in terms of this banter. I would say you are the kind who will get several TVs so that each one ajipange, you know, Oksechi.
Vivian, what are you trying to insinuate?
Also given that you are an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's just like, okay, so where do you lie?
Okay,
in all of
basically,
this?
I think I'll support Kenya in all the stages.
Yes.
The first game will be on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kenya versus Congo. That is DR Congo. So batoto ba Congo, sisi watu wa Kenya banakuja kututandika hapa nyumbani and you are supporting Harambee Stars. I mean, you can see the entire government has actually supported Harambee Stars. Even the president was as during the official handover. So I think the best thing you do, it's one in a lifetime opportunity to watch Chan in home ground, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will definitely go there because you can imagine traveling to a different country to go and watch it there. It's impossible. But from here to Kasarani, kama tunaenda ku watch game ya AFC na Sofapaka and all that, why don't we just go there and also support?
Yes.
It's very important. But then now, hapo kwa remote, hapo kwa remote,
Utanunua TV extra.
Utanunua TV ingine.
we need to have it. Another TV should be because this is a time that, and by the way, even for the ladies, get to know something after Chan. If you're asked, you can imagine you're a group of friends who are just making a story, and you're asked, how did Kenya perform during the first leg? You're like, about what? Kwani Kenya? Just know something about football.
Yeah.
Something kidogo pale. It's called general knowledge.
Alright.
Arm yourself very well.
Alright.
So for me, I think, Kenya all the way.
Okay.
Yes.
Team Kenya all the way. We are all rallying behind Team Kenya, and let's make a point to at least go watch a game or two. When Harambee Stars is playing, let that stadium be full because it is home.
Yeah.
So we should make that point of just going to
My
watch.
Kasarani looks, Vivian.
Yes.
Kasarani looks. Mwah.
It looks amazing. It looks
Kasarani
amazing.
looks good. And
Aya,
I think-
nimeambiwa tufunge ama
Yeah.
tutolewe by force. All right.
Aya, bye.
This is where we end this conversation. So goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow, same time.
All right.
Please.